मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ. मेरे को साइकिलिंग परस्यू करनी थी. मेरे को अपना करियर साइकिलिंग में बनाना था.
As a professional cyclist.
As a professional cyclist, I took that decision. So I used to live in a servant quarter of some. There was a Bangalore में जहाँ हम ट्रेनिंग करते थे, वहाँ पर this government officer had made a house.
क्वार्टर्स के नीचे साइड में जो देते भाड़े पे.
ये छत पे था.
तो जैसे दिल्ली में मैं बरसाती में शुरू किया था. दिल्ली में आप लोगों का एक बरसाती का कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, which is very funny. Higher you go, the lower is the rent. because वहाँ पे ना asbestos sheet होता है और गर्मी ज़्यादा होता है. But yeah, continue.
Absolutely.
So you took that call.
हाँ, तो मतलब मैं अपना I took that call and there was no issue with me taking that call, and because I knew.
But you took that call to sacrifice your lifestyle for your passion.
Yeah, because I couldn't afford, like, या तो मैं इतने पैसे कमा रहा होता कि मैं अपनी लाइफस्टाइल अपने हिसाब से
सही बात है,
या फिर मैं कम कमा रहा हूँ तो अपनी लाइफस्टाइल उस हिसाब से जीनी पड़ेगी अगर मुझे ये काम करना है. वरना मैं वो काम करूँ जहाँ पर पैसे अच्छे मिलते हैं बट मेरे को कुछ शायद दिल से the calling is not there to do that particular other thing which gives you more money, which is fine. And I don't think it's a like when you're so young, it doesn't make really a big deal which one you choose actually. But I'm glad that I chose this, where I pursued cycling, and it taught me so goddamn much.
Go a little deeper. What?
So I was an endurance cyclist. That is long distance cycling. It starts with minimum long distance cycling counts is 200 kilometers approximately. So the longest race I did was 619 kilometers. That basically means you sit on a bike and for 619 kilometers you go. Yeah, you can take micro breaks, but if you take long breaks, you lose the race.
Right.
More or less. Yeah, that's a whole different beast when I was 16, 17 when I was doing this. And for a 17-year-old kid to basically go 400 kilometers from Bangalore to Vellore and back.
जुनून चाहिए पागलों वाला.
That's ridiculous, and it builds you up. It builds your character up, and I think that only. So not to go too detailed into any of this, but
so यार ये long format show है भाई. Go deep, go granular. You don't have to skip the details. I want the details because the viewers need the details.
Got it.
And I'm taking you back to zones where hopefully you may not even have thought of reflecting on.
Yeah, and therefore I need to really articulate my thoughts because
it's very deep यार. एक ऐसा पहलू होगा जिंदगी का, ऐसा फेज होगा जिंदगी का जो बहुत साल पहले पीछे छूट गया है, and you're going in there. So tell us. I have so many friends who've done so many sports aspects, and they come and talk about the usual things. It develops character, it develops discipline, it develops long-term sustainability. All of that is there. But इसको छोड़ के थोड़ा हट के बता. How did it develop Shobhit to be the Shobhit as an entrepreneur? I want to connect that hook.
So I'll tell you a story, okay? I was doing a 600 kilometer race. And I was maybe 17 at this time. And I had just turned 17 actually. I remember this was in April. April or May maybe.
When do you turn? What's your birthday?
February. End of Feb. So you could say like 25th of Feb is my birthday.
Okay.
So this is maybe late April, early May, something like that. It's hot.
Right.
I'm going from Bangalore to Chennai and back. Bangalore to the border of Chennai, come back to Bangalore. That's the race. And about 300 kilometers in, we have to find the spot to take the U-turn on. And because about 30 people are attempting this race only, because it's 600 goddamn kilometers. I reach so we are at the 300 kilometer mark and we can't find the U-turn because 30 people, so they're spread out everywhere.
Right.
और अंधेरा पूरा रात के मतलब 9, 10, 11 बजे हुए हैं. हम ढूंढ रहे हैं, कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है. And then we take a right turn and we go down. 9 kilometers later, I find out that I'm going the wrong way. I get angry. I'm on the bike. There is a support car with me and my father is in that car, always there. I took a U-turn. Finally, he said, wrong way. See, imagine it's a race. You're 300 kilometers, 12, 13 hours of riding a bike in. I'm hurting. I'm in pain. My
blisters.
My toes are bleeding. So in cycling, what happens is that your jersey rubs over your nipples and your nipples start bleeding sometimes. I'm in distress. 300 kilometers in. Longest race of my life I'm riding. I take a U-turn of that 9 extra kilometers. Then I have to ride that 9 kilometers back. 9 kilometers. It feels a lot when you
each kilometer is like a 10 kilometer situation then.
We finally find the spot. I get off my bike and I'm shouting, what the hell are you guys doing? मतलब थोड़ा सा
the angst.
वो इतना सुहाव गालियाँ नहीं दे, मतलब प्रॉपर गालियाँ दे रहा था मैं. You know, my dad came, slapped me across my face, said, "Get back on the bike, finish the goddamn race." I got back on the bike. I rode 300 kilometers back. Became the youngest person in the world to qualify for the Paris Brest Paris, and learned the life lesson of my life.